You know, there was a time that I was doing these almost every week. I was doing a video, and you know, I think the pandemic has made it a little bit difficult to think about anything else except surviving. And you know, if you've made it this far, you've really done a good job. Congratulations, welcome. Um, I've decided two things that I'm going to do that I've already started working on. And I think the pandemic and the sense of, you know, limitation, basically, has made me, this is nothing, just my runny nose. I have a, what do they call it, postnasal drip. Has made me think about delusions of grandeur and seeking approval. And I think that that's really particular to Americans, because the people who grew up in the United States, because we're very much taught about being the best and being outstanding and, you know, be productive, blah, 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 which you don't find a whole lot of in many other countries. In many other countries, people do not expect themselves to have to be outstanding in some way. They are really, I don't know if they're content or not, but they're definitely, it's not on their agenda. And seeking approval. Seeking approval is a very dangerous, I don't know if it's a disease, but it's very, very dangerous. And I suffered from it most of my life. You know, first, of course, I wanted my parents' approval, and that didn't work out that great. And then my brother said that definitely didn't work out that great. And so I really noticed it in my everyday life. Like, I'll make the bed in the morning and I'll think, oh, that looks really, really nice. Anybody who came in here would think, oh, that bed looks nice. Who am I making my bed for? Am I making it for me or for some invisible audience out there? I started making these YouTube videos, I think I've said this before, because I don't have any children or family to tell my stories to, and because there's still a little bit of a narcissist in me, you know, so that after I'm gone, at least my YouTube channel will be here to tell these stories of how I survived. And you know, women, we are fantastic. You know, when you get older, when a white man gets older, he understands what women and people of color have put up with all along. Because once you're 60, it's very, very hard to get a job. And that's what a lot of people are facing after this pandemic. I personally don't believe anything will ever go back to normal. We know they're already building robots to replace factory workers, so, you know, sooner or later they're going to have to figure out how they are going to help people support themselves when they're literally no job. You know, cars that drive themselves. Anyway, it's a whole other story. It's a whole other story. Yeah, if you're a woman and you've made it this far, I mean, I'm 80-something now. You know, there was no system to nurture me. It was like, why do you want to even do that, Carol? Get married and have children. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, I missed that boat, didn't I? Anyway, so, delusions of grandeur, which I have suffered from as well. I have. I was supposed to be a great, famous writer, and I'm now so grateful that I'm not a famous writer. Do you know what that means? To be a J.K. Rowling? Oh my gosh, she has no privacy. And, you know, any kind of issues she has that do not match the public's expectation of her, having written the Harry Potter series, dude, I mean, talk about living in a fishbowl. So I'm really sort of happy with my medium success as a writer. I am, as you know, I talk about it a lot, writing a series of stories called The Last Exit on the Road Less Traveled. And it's really, it's about expatriates who happen to be in Mexico. By the way, expatriates is a term that's only used for white migrants. Other migrants are just called immigrants. So if somebody says they're an expatriate, whether you see them around, you know they're white. Because everybody else is a migrant. And how they benefit and also how they damage the villages in which they set up these incredible sort of luxurious communities, which is very nice, you know, if you're, for people who are, they're nice in many, many ways. If you don't want to spend every single penny you've worked for in your lifetime and you have some savings left, then moving to Costa Rica or moving to Mexico, moving to Thailand, it's a very good idea. Medical stuff is really, really good. And the quality of life. You're not stressed out all the time with the idea that you're supposed to be exceptional. Just be ordinary. That's what I'm working on. I actually am quite ordinary. Listen, Feliz Año Nuevo. Feliz Navidad. It's Christmas Eve, which is where the Navidad, the birth of Jesus, is celebrated in Mexico. They don't celebrate Christmas Day. That's just a day off. Wherever you are, be safe, be healthy, be grateful. I love you.